Okay, we're heading it back home. Like I said, I'm going to take a little different route here.
500 feet, turn left onto Washington 16.
And we're going to go back the freeway and try my good old full self-driving autopilot on the freeway.
Washington 16.
Just to see what it looks like. I have auto lane change turned on. Well, see how that works. And we'll just check out and see what all this thing does. Freeway entrance, okay? This is all new and different here. Well, curious what this is gonna. Okay, we've engaged it.
5 south ramp on the left. Now take the Interstate 5 south ramp on the left.
Okay. It did not want to take the ramp that I needed. So it still has, we're just gonna have to wait for this new update to come out, I guess. Going to need to change lanes here. The guy gonna let me over? Yep, okay. If we can get ourselves situated, I'll turn this back on again, but crazy situation there. All right, now we've got full autopilot on again on the freeway without making a bunch of other crazy turns and things going on. Got some people wanting to merge here. Is it gonna let them merge? Or do I have to do something? Okay. Well, this guy had his blinker on to merge, but didn't merge. Speed limit down just a little here, and so far it's doing okay. Wasn't sure whether it was going to try to change lanes on its own or not. It seems like right now it just wants to change lanes if I tell it to. Got this propane truck in front here, just pulled in front of us, and it's slowing down, giving him some room. Now I've watched a lot of these YouTubes where on the following distance that they're doing 3 and 4, and which is crazy to me. I've got mine turned all the way to 7, and sometimes that even feels too close. So maybe if there is something that's not quite right with the car, maybe that's it. Maybe my following distance isn't quite set up right. Because I'm following right now where they seem to be following, where they're on 3 or 4. Here's a spot in the road that's has an on-ramp with no line on the edge edge of the freeway, so it wants to drive over to the right.
Take exit 127 on the right onto Washington 512 East.
Okay, now we've got an exit coming up here. Gonna get off I-5 and onto 512. Now it's gonna want to do this thing again, and I gotta stop it. So it doesn't like to. I noticed in Oregon they started putting dots along those things, and I think they must have did it just for cars that auto steer, so that they don't do that as far as just trying to center themselves in that lane all the time. And to see if it actually takes the exit. Nope. It's not taking the exit, so I guess the freeway driving is still not on full self-driving autopilot without having the beta. If you're on a long trip, you know, and I suppose and stay in the center lane, then it'd work really great. I mean, it would just go right along and nice and comfortable. I did that because we took a trip to Seaside, Oregon, and when I did that, it worked fine. If you try to stay in the outside lane, like I said, it keeps wanting to center itself every one of those on-ramp, off-ramps. So I'm really looking forward to when they release an update that let all of us get to try this out a little bit. And I'm sure they're going to have the improvements anyway, even on autopilot, as far as maintaining the lane. Now, right up ahead here, pretty shortly, I've got another exit to take off this freeway, and then I've got a highway. I think I'm gonna sneak in behind this big King's Transport here, let him have room, and then I'll take that lane.
In 1,000 feet, take the Steel Street exit on the right.
And then I should be able to, I know on, my wife told me that
Now take the Steel
there's
Street
no
exit on the right.
line on the right side of the road on Spanaway Loop Road here that we're going to be getting on. And so the car wants to go way to the right. So I guess I'm going to check that out and see what it does. Okay, we're going to try this out again on this 2-lane highway and see how it does.
In 500 feet, bear right onto Spanaway Loop Road South. Now bear right onto Spanaway Loop Road South.
This guy's coming over on my side of the road. Got to keep an eye on him. Oh. Yeah. They're disengaged. I was a little concerned I probably put too much pressure on the wheel. I think the car was doing fine. But that guy couldn't stay in his lane. I think I'll actually save that footage. Because that was definitely interesting. Okay. Had to put my foot on the gas to tell it to go. I was looking away and it started to stop on me. thinking that camera might even be working. Okay, here's the spot where she says that she's uncomfortable. I'm gonna speed this up a little more for the speed limit, because it rides too close to the right side, which I don't really see a problem here. Now here, maybe, this is where it's going to get weird. Because it does swing over to the right, so okay, we are stopping for the light and it's slowing up nicely. Fast dude here. I am getting more comfortable. Whoa. Now, I kicked it out because I seen brake lights and wasn't too sure if there was a problem or what was going on here, so car would have done just fine. And just right when I'm talking about getting more comfortable, then I do something like that. Okay. Just when I see brake lights way ahead of me, I just tend to slow down automatically, and the car really doesn't. It likes to get a little closer before it does something like that. Or I should say it gets a little, it just maintains its speed until it gets within that distance, and then it slows down really quickly. Now I know I've heard that they've made that a lot better, but so it does on these curves this time. Now, as far as these sidewalks and stuff, I don't think it's
turn left
that bad.
To stay
so
on 176th Street South.
So it's a 35 mile an hour. Is it going to slow down? I think the only reason it's slowing down is because of the truck in front of me, which is okay. It could have taken it at 45, but and it made that turn just fine. And it's following the road, I think, great. So she just likes to be a white line hugger, I guess. Okay, let's see how it does here. Okay, it's nice and smooth. I do not think it's going to do this.
176th Street South.
No, it's not going to make that happen. Okay, well, we're almost getting to the end of my little test here. Like I said, I think I'm pretty well much set up more for long trips than for little short ones. with the autopilot. Like I said, we used it when we went to Seaside, and it was excellent. It was a lot of fun, and it was nice and relaxing. So I think we're gonna stop the video here and almost home and call it good. And this is Pilch's place. Nice to talk to you.